What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today I am bringing you guys a new rankings video on Black Ops 3. We are going to be ranking every single wall weapon in Black Ops 3 Zombie. However, this is not going to include Zombie Chronicles, okay? This is just going to be Shadows, the Giant, and the main 4 DLC that we all know and we all love. And as always, this is my opinion. If you guys disagree, that is fine. My ways of deduction and reasoning are maybe not the best, and they may be skewered, and there may be others who do it better. But this is my opinion. This is how I feel about them, and I think I have a pretty good idea. The game has been out for a long time. I think we know what's good and what's not, but I just wanted to really solidify that by making a solid list right here. Also, if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you leave a like. It means a lot. These videos do take a good amount for me to make, especially with the time that I have, so I really do appreciate it. And if you have any thoughts, opinions, or ideas on any videos, leave them down below. I check all the comments always, and I love to see what you guys have to say about the video or any videos going forward. Now, enough yapping, enough chit-chatting, okay? Let's get right into the video. Coming in dead last, number 15, my least favorite, and in my opinion, the worst wall weapon in Black Ops 3 is the Shiva, man. I hate the Shiva. The Shiva is very mid. It's a semi-automatic assault rifle right off the rip. Very similar to the Gewehr World at War. I would say it's similar to the M14. However, the M14 I like a lot more. But the Shiva, the ammo, for starters, the ammo is meh. You got 10 in the mag, you got 100 in reserve. It's okay. You know, it's whatever. No one ever gets it, so I don't really know if that's good or bad for it, okay? Early game, you know, it does kill, right? It does kill for a few rounds, and then after that, it kind of falls off. It has a pretty slow fire rate, in my opinion, and you don't really get many points with it. However, it's pretty easy to hit headshots with, so that kind of makes up for it a little bit, but also not really. I just really don't like the Shiva. I think it's trash, so Shiva's going in the number 15 spot. Coming in at the number 14 spot is going to have to go to the RK5. Now, the RK5 is my go-to every single game. Right off the wall, one of the first things I do, what is it? It's buy the RK5. That's right, just like any good zombie player does. Now, the RK5 is a 3-round burst pistol. It is a pistol. It may not seem like it, but it is a pistol. The ammo has 15 in the mag, 120 in reserve. Honestly, it's not bad. It is not bad. And I feel like the damage output, it really may not be much stronger than the Shiva realistically and technically. However, it feels like it is a lot more fun to use. It has a really sleek, clean, awesome look. Just compared to the alternative, the Shiva, these are both 2 starting room weapons. They don't really stack up to any of the other weapons, but out of the 2 starting spawn weapons, the RK5 is definitely the better one. All right, coming in at the number 13 spot, it's gonna have to go to the one and only LCAR-9. Now, this weapon is super slept on. I can almost guarantee you, none of you guys ever buy this gun off the wall. There's no way. I've just never seen anyone actually do it. Now, that doesn't mean it's bad at all. It's actually pretty solid. It's basically a step above the RK5. I do feel like the ammo runs out pretty quick because it is a fully auto, pretty fast fire rate for a machine pistol type weapon, almost like a mini SMG. All in all, it's not bad. It's good early game, not so much into the upper single digits into the teens, but for a starting weapon early game, not bad. Coming up next, number 12 is gonna have to do the KRM 262. Now, the reason the KRM is this low for me is because I don't really like the KRM. Not a huge fan of shotguns and zombies on this game. I like them in multiplayer, but in zombies, I'm not just a big fan. The damage output is fine. You know, single shot, a little pump action shotty, not great on points. It's not super expensive. All in all, it's okay. I mean, it's a step, maybe 2 or 3 steps above, you know, the Olympia per se. It's just not my favorite gun. Coming in at number 11 is going to be the Pharaoh. It is a burst SMG. I just don't really like it, man. The Pharaoh is kind of mid. You never want the Pharaoh. Anytime you get the Pharaoh, you're like, eh. And when it comes to wall weapons, out of all the SMGs, the Pharaoh's the one I want the least. You know, it's kind of just like whatever. It's kind of just there. So yeah, the Pharaoh. Number 10 on this list is going to have to go to the Argus, man. I don't like the Argus. Never have, never will. I'm not going to speak on it too much. I don't even care how much damage it does, how much ammo it has, nothing. I don't like the Argus. I wanted to put it lower, but out of respect for the list and validity, out of respect for the sake of the list, we're putting it there. Number 9 on this list is gonna have to go to the Vesper. Out of all the other SMGs outside of the Pharaoh, the Vesper is the next worst. I'm just not a huge fan. Super high fire rate, therefore the ammo runs out quick. Really good on points. However, with how fast the fire rate is versus the amount of damage it does, which isn't too far off the other damage on the other SMGs like the VMP and the Kuda, I just prefer it less. Really, these are pretty interchangeable in my opinion. I know technically you can look and see that maybe these are one's stronger than the other or whatever, but they're pretty interchangeable. And the Vesper is going to go at 9. Number 8 on this list, however, is going to go to the VMP. Slightly better than the Vesper. The VMP has a, I want to say slower fire rate, but it might not even be slower the more I think about it. It's still a pretty quick fire rate. I do believe it has more ammo. I just prefer the VMP over the Vesper. There's really not much else to it. Number 7 on this list is going to have to go to the Kuda. Now, the Kuda actually does do a tiny bit more damage than the other SMGs. It's still not a great wall weapon. It is pretty solid early game, like 8, 9, 10, 11, stuff like that. Maybe 12, you're kind of stretching it, and then after that, it kind of falls off. But all in all, it's pretty solid. Good for points. Good early game setup off the wall. I like it. Number 6 on this list is going to have to go to the HVK. Now, the HVK is an assault rifle. It does have a lot of ammo, and it does have a high fire rate, but the damage is kind of weak. When you compare it to the other ARs off the wall in the game, it just doesn't really compete. You can actually genuinely really tell it is a lot weaker. I've always thought throughout playing this game, most of the weapons in Black Ops 3 are pretty balanced and they're all fairly similar. However, the HVK is weaker than the rest of the guns on the list. No shade, I like the HVK. It's cool. Used it in multiplayer, but this is zombies. So the HVK is going to go in that spot. Coming in at number 5 is going to have to go to the KN44. It's a classic. Nothing better than getting the KN off the wall, you and your buddies camping on the catwalk. Infinite ammo, basically. It's pretty solid. It's a fun little gun to use. I don't really get it a whole lot unless I'm playing certain maps, and one of those maps in particular is the Giant. But out of all the other wall weapons, it kind of slays. It's pretty solid. It's got good ammo, good fire rate, good damage. It's got everything you need in a wall buy. I like it, and it is one of the better ones in the game. Number 4 on this list is going to go to the Bootlegger. Shocking? I don't know, but the Bootlegger is amazing. It is off the wall on Shadows of Evil. It was introduced in Shadows of Evil, and it is really cool and really unique. I love the design. I like the ammo. It's really not bad. I believe it's an SMG. Kind of feels like a hybrid, but the damage output is great. The reload, nice. Ammo, nice. And it's fun to use. And it's unique, and I really like it. It just fits the vibe of Shadows of Evil, okay? All in all, really overall good weapon. It's really good. Number 3 on this list, however, is going to go to the M8A7. This is one of the better assault rifles off the wall. My personal favorite wall buy is the M8 wall buy on Shadows of Evil in the Canal District. It's really cool, really nice little spot next to a box location, next to where you can build a shield, all that stuff. But yeah, the damage is good. It's a burst weapon. Again, ammo pretty similar on all these relatively to what kind of weapon they are. They're fine. Some of them, it may just feel like it runs out faster. Whatever, okay? However, the M8A7 does some pretty big damage. You can use it for a while, honestly. And early game and kind of mid-game, mid-teens, still really, really usable. I like it a lot. Number 2 on this list is going to the one and only ICR. Man, the ICR is so good. Something about the ICR I just love. I love it. Anytime I get the ICR, I'm like, okay, I can rock with this. It's awesome. It's my favorite assault, it may not be my favorite wall buy, but it is my favorite assault rifle to get. Something about the M8 on the wall over there. It's just a nice little spot. However, when it comes to assault rifles off the wall, I do think the ICR is a little bit better. Technically speaking, again, it might not be, it might do like 160 headshot and the M8 does like 150 or something along those lines. Just some random numbers I'm throwing out, but you get what I mean. I think the ICR is the overall consensus best assault rifle. I feel like that's not something crazy to say either. It's really dope, really good, and it gets the job done. Some of these other ones, they don't get the job done. The ICR, it gets it done throughout most stages of the game. Now, some of you guys may be thinking, what's number one? You done went through them all. Did he forget? Well, like, what am I missing? Well, you might not know this, but you're about to know this. Number one is going to have to go to the BRM. Yeah, you heard me right. I'm counting it. The BRM off the wall on Der Eisen. Now, to get the BRM off the wall on Der Eisen, you have to wall run, hit the little blue stone tablet thingies on the wall. And after you hit, I think, all 6 of them, the little blue glowing stones, you can wall run over kind of near where you turn on the zero gravity ability against the wall up in the air. It's an invisible wall buy. You can buy it off the wall for like 1,500 points or 1,800 points or something. But the BRM is really good. It's a light machine gun, first off. Amazing ammo. Kind of slower fire rate, but the damage is really good. You can use it longer than all the other wall weapons. Now, you can't obtain it as easy as all the other wall weapons, but it doesn't change the fact it's still, like, the best. Also, I think it's kind of funny. And Buried in Black Ops 2, you know, they kind of hid a little bit the LSAT on the wall over in Buried. And in Black Ops 3, they kind of hid the BRM on the wall in Der Eisen. I do find that a little bit neat. Don't know if they did that on purpose. They probably didn't, but it kind of feels like they did. So that's going to be it for my ranking, my list. Hope you guys loved it. If you hated it, that's cool too. All in all, I think it's a pretty good list. I'm pretty set on all of these. I don't think there's anything I would really change. Maybe Vesper VMP Kuda, depending on what kind of moon it is, what kind of time of the day it is. Is it snowing? Is it raining? Is the sun out? You know, stuff like that might affect how I feel about it. But all in all, that's going to be the list. If you guys enjoyed, make sure you leave a like, drop a sub on that channel if you are new, and I will see you all in the next video. Peace out.